Tonight on Grilling and Chilling with Al, PF Changs Mongolian beef. For this cook, you're going to need green onions, chopped garlic, ginger paste, brown sugar, water, soy sauce, and this thinly sliced steak and some cornstarch in a saucepan. Here you see me prepping one of my garlic. I cut off the end and I'll make 4 long slices along the garlic. Then I'll pinch it, take my knife and slice in the middle towards my fingers. Once that's done, pinch everything together and make consistent small slices through the garlic, and you have a nice chopped up pieces. Let's get our steak ready for this cook. You'll need to use 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Take your mixing spoon and mix up thoroughly. Make sure you get as much cornstarch on the steak as possible. Okay, now it's time to make the sauce. Let's start with 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and we're going to add the garlic and ginger paste mixed together. Once this is added to the saucepan, just begin to stir because you do not want to burn. We want those garlic and ginger to marinate and blend. I'll stir for about a minute and keep watching. It's been a minute, and now let's add 1/3 cup soy sauce, 1/3 cup water, and mix. Okay, now it's time to add the last ingredient to our sauce, which will be 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Once you add the brown sugar into the sauce, mix well and let this come to a boil. Watch it throughout the cook. Once it starts to boil, move it over to a cooler zone where it can stay warm before we add it to the finishing touch. So as you can see, I placed the steaks down on the griddle. I added a fairly good amount of cooking oil before I place each piece down. You'll want to cook these steaks for about a minute to a minute and a half, and just spread them apart to make sure they cook evenly. Continue to flip and turn until the steak has been cooked on both sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and saute some green onions. Throw some oil on the griddle, lay them on. I'll let these saute for about 3 to 4 minutes before I move them over and mix them with the steak. Keep consistently flipping the steaks to make sure that I'm getting all sides cooked. Well, it's time to mix the sauce with the steak and green onions. I wish my lighting was a little better, but on this portion, you just slowly mix the sauce with the steak and onions and stir and let the sauce thicken on your griddle. Once you have a thick, consistent texture, you can pull and place on your serving tray and get ready to eat. Well, I had to get the camera and show you what it looks like after it's done its job. That looks amazing and smells amazing. Now it's time to serve up and go have some dinner. There it is, folks. PF Chang's version of Mongolian beef.